Hey folks, today I'm going to be doing a Witchy Essentials for fall, and we're going to wait for our Amazon Live audience for now, but I'm really excited. Fall is right around the corner. It's crazy how fast the summer went. I don't know if it was just me, but it seems like it's been that way for a lot of people. So our Amazon Live shoppers will be here now. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about today is I'm going to go through just my setup real fast. So currently I'm using the Elgato face cam. It's been really great. I use it with OBS. I use it for StreamYard. I use it for a lot of different platforms and different software. And it's just been really nice for me. It works really well. And it has it's a little sensitive to the light. So it's interesting to get the adjustments correct. But I like that you can use it for high-end stuff or for this and etc. So that's the first thing I just wanted to share with you. The other thing I wanted to talk about is my Blue Yeti mic. I have used it quite a bit. It has lasted a very long time. We use it for podcasts. We use it for this, obviously. So I wanted to share it with you guys. It's down in the carousel below. It's wonderful. Carrie will haul it around with her while she travels, and it's pretty durable. So keep in mind to make sure to get a case for it. Don't just throw it in your stuff. But it's been really awesome. The sound quality is phenomenal. Highly recommend. The next thing I wanted to share with you as far as my layout goes is this backdrop. So a lot of people ask me where this backdrop is or where we got it from. So Kate is an amazing company with lots of backdrop options you can find on Amazon or on their actual website. But it's really fun. I love the bookshelf. Obviously, it's pretty. It's fitting for us at the dark side of the library. But you can find a whole assortment of different Kate backdrops, and like this one, it is 10% off right now. It's great. Backdrops are really fun for Halloween, by the way. So it's been really fun to kind of have like a fun little backdrop photo shoot area so people can, dress up in their Halloween costumes and then go off and get a photo taken. And that's just been a really fun activity that actually Carrie introduced me to. So that's an option if you're looking for just some weird activities, or not weird, but like unique activities to do on Halloween with your friends or family. This is a great idea. We had kids last year dress up in their costumes, and they all dressed up for like a little scary haunted house scene backdrop. So keep that in mind. It's really fun. Kids love that stuff too. The other thing I wanted to point out was it's cardigan season. I say that in my nice and cool house right now. It's supposed to be like 80 this weekend. So we're not quite done with summer, but we're almost there for fall. So cardigan season. I am wearing a Halloween-esque cardigan right now. They have a whole host of different Halloween fall cardigans, but I know this is one of my favorite things in Seattle, where I'm from. Layering is super important. So cardigans are really nice. You could have a jacket over it, a sweater, scarves, like all that stuff. But these are really fun. So you can see there's like cute little ghosts, candy moons, skulls, candy corn, like lots of cool stuff. So that's the other thing I wanted to point out today for my entire setup. So you get the entire thing. The first thing I wanted to share with you guys today for Witchy Essentials was actually a planner. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Terrible. Okay, so I've been trying my best to hone in my ADHD, and a planner is really essential. Thank you, James. I appreciate the compliment. So I have a problem with planning my life out, and when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is absolutely perfect. So not only is it really beautiful, it's really cool. In the inside, it's really awesome too. Thank you, James, for the follow. It even has like a little sleeve in here. So one thing that I like to do is I like to use stickers as an indicator for like important events or stuff like that. So you can hold stickers or other fun things in this little flap here. It also starts in the middle of the year. So it started in August of this year. So I get really, I don't know if you're like this too, but I get really anxious at the first of the year because there's a lot of pressure. You're trying to do everything right, get all those New Year's resolutions down. And the planning thing goes out the window for me. So I tend to want to start planning my life literally probably around this time of year. And I really enjoyed this. It's a lot of witchy information on here, ways to utilize this journal in your way, especially for more witchy people. There's obviously the moon phases, but we get a lot of cool, fun things in here. We have day-to-day calendar with all of the different holidays, but it's got a lot of unique information throughout for each month, which has been really fun. So you learn about lunar eclipses in here, different seasons, obviously. So I thought I saw something with Samhain coming up. I might have passed it, to be honest, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here. It's just really fun, really pretty. I really enjoy it. Oh, here it is. Here's a Samhain thing. So if you're more of a newer witch too, this is a great guide for your new witchy adventure and just planning your life out. If you want to start, I like doing this for tarot cards too. So if you're somebody that wants to do like a weekly read or a daily read, and you want to actually mark down exactly what your read looks like every single day, this is a great calendar to use strictly for witchy stuff. So keep this in mind as we continue forward throughout the year. And this starts mid-year, so it's 2022 all throughout 2023. Yep, all the way through 2023. So yeah, check this one out. Super cool. This is the Year of the Witch calendar. All right, so the next thing I wanted to share with you guys, I have a lot on my list, so I'm trying really hard to look at my comments. I will try to be with you guys as soon as I can. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you again. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to share with you is it's a Lamax Spooky Village witchy thing here. Okay, so here we go. I already have it plugged in and already lit up, but you can see on the back here, you can tuck the cord inside of here, so it's easy to put away. These are really fragile, so it does come in like a styrofoam containment. And these are really fun if you wanted to create like a more, I don't know, how would you say it? Like a good decoration, just a kind of a landscape for you just to enjoy. They have a lot of cute witchy architecture in Lamax, all of their spooky holiday stuff. It's really adorable. So this one's fun. You can see the cute little witch hanging out here, some crows. There's a witch here. Unfortunately, I think the person who, I don't know if it was supposed to be a separate thing, but there's actually supposed to be a witch that's attached to here that I believe is like flying over the building, which is very, very cool. Kay Lambar. Oh no, I'm sorry. The witch calendar is not available. Oh my goodness. You know, it's crazy. It was available yesterday. It's apparently really popular. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is a really cool calendar, but you can still utilize a lot of the things that I talked about on the, like with this calendar, with other calendars too. There are a lot of other witchy oriented calendars. I just really like this one. I'm sorry it's sold out, you guys. Okay, so this is fun. For Halloween. So sometimes every year in fall, it's kind of fun to build your own witchy themed village. So Lamax does a great job doing that. You can turn the light on and off. So hold on. I know it's a little, here we go. So yeah, you can turn this on and off. You can enjoy this as it starts getting darker and darker every single day. It's nice to just have this lit up in the hallway or wherever you want to place it. So keep these in mind. These are really cool. These are collectibles, by the way. So if you're just somebody that really likes collecting witchy stuff, these are really fun. Spooky Town Lamax is a great place to find cool stuff like this. It's just really fun. So I'm going to talk about the next thing. Let's see. Let's talk about a tarot card deck. I have a lot of candles and tarot card decks today, just because that is very witchy. So we're going to talk about the Halloween tarot or oracle deck. So let me find it here. So oracle decks and tarot card decks are slightly different, but I really like this one specifically for fall. So for those of you that are into tarot cards and oracle decks, check this one out. You can see all of the fun Halloween iconography all throughout. witches and broomsticks and bats. Okay, so here is the actual deck itself. Here's a guidebook. Unfortunately, it's not fully colored. You can see there's a lot of black and white photography. But one thing that's really cool about this deck is you get to learn a lot about Halloween, like all of the different, there's so many different facets to Halloween that I didn't even know about. So for instance, like invisibility, this particular card has a whole thing about invisibility and Halloween, how it's all associated with each other, or fall. So another thing too is they have a cute little poem on the very top, or like a haiku, and then it leaves sorry, my brain, it stopped working. So another thing it does is it kind of continues to ask questions so that you can be a little more introspective about what you're asking. So if you asked initially, like, what is my week going to look like? It might help, you know, it might enhance more of that question for you. So for instance, it says, the idea of hiding away and not being seen is also a big part of the dark side of this concept. We are all born to shine our light into the world and to take our roles, hiding our talents, not expressing our true selves, stealing others' ideas or work, and being someone else rather than your authentic self are all aspects to consider should this card appear in your reading. So it's a little more open-ended and helps you like think about things a little further. So let's talk about the cards themselves. One thing I don't like about this deck is it's huge. It is massive. Like my hands aren't like tiny, by the way. So these are huge. This is a huge deck. And another thing too, the material that they use, you can probably see a little bit. It's shiny, so the cards do tend to get stuck together. It's a little difficult to shuffle because they're so big and because they just stick together. So here are some card examples. We have zombie. One thing that's really fun too is each card has like just a small little description on the bottom here. So if you're somebody that likes to do readings where you just draw a card and then you continuously draw cards as you're like thinking about things, you can get more information as you go. So that's really fun. All right, so here we have, the Underworld. Very cool cards. You could probably tell that these cards are mixed media. So you can tell that they have illustrations, but photography all mixed together to create like these really fantastic Halloween-like illustrations. They're very cool. Here's another one. Classic black cat. I can't wait to own a black cat someday. I have a tortie, which is pretty close, but not quite a black cat. Dawn. So not all of these cards are dark. You know, they're still like, it's still very autumnal, but we clearly get a lot of a really fun Halloween aesthetic going on in these cards. Another cool thing about this deck, if you're into oracle cards, is that if you are into like Samhain and the veil and how it's the thinnest and connecting with your ancestors, there is a guide to do that. If you're not into that kind of thing, no judgment. Just letting people know that that's what is available in here and you can utilize the cards to do that. It's really kind of cool. So check this one out. This is by Stacy DeMarco. This is a Halloween oracle. It's really fun, very informational as far as just Halloween history goes. And it's got beautiful cards that are really fun and fall themed. The next thing I'm going to talk about, let's see what I pull out of this box. It's like magic. Okay, so I tend to light a lot of candles during fall. So here is one of the candles I am really excited about. It's the La Jolie. I think I said that right. Oh, goodness. It's Sacred Sage. So it's great for cleansing. So let me see if I can find it. I have a lot in my carousel today. Here we go. So sage is a some people love sage, but some people also hate sage. I tend to light sage, 4 times a year just because. But this doesn't have that super sagey smell. This is really refreshing, to be perfectly honest. I actually barely get sage in here. So I'm wondering if this has a different scent in here that's not just sage, because it doesn't have like a super powerful sage smell. It is very nice though. I like it a lot because sage can be a little too overbearing. this is really great. Let's see what it says here on the box. It comes in a really cool box, by the way. So it says, oh, wormwood, eucalyptus. That's what I'm smelling. I do see sage, rosemary. There's rosewood and lavender in this candle. I can totally smell all of those things. Sage is pretty, I know it says sacred sage, but it's not as overbearing, which is great. I actually appreciate that. So it says, how long does this actually burn? 4 hours at a time. So don't let your candle just sit there all day. I've done that. It's a big mistake. It's not a good thing. So let's see. What else does it say? What is the burn time on this thing? I'm checking it like it's a electronic. I don't know how long this burns for, but it's pretty awesome. It's there's a lot as far as like how long it would burn. I would probably guess, I don't know, let's say 16 hours, 45 hours. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I wish you were here all the time, Kay Lambar. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So they say 45 hours. That's really nice. And it's really awesome. Great smell. It's not overpowering. It's kind of refreshing. The other candle from these guys is I don't think I couldn't find this guy in precisely in the Amazon list. Amazon has a really terrible search engine, by the way. So let me find it. So this one is the same company, La Jolie. This is a cinnamon pumpkin candle. So I like the differences here. This is for more of your basic ladies out there. I call myself a basic lady with the pumpkin spice lattes and the Ugg boots. I don't mean to be offensive because that's me. I'm making fun of myself. But it's got the powerful cinnamon, pumpkin, kind of your traditional fall scent. Oh, it's so good. There's a lot of cinnamon here. I actually smell some apple, to be honest. It's really nice. This is like the embodiment of fall. But if you're not into those scents, I like the option of the sage because it kind of has that fresher smell. I would say early fall, it would be a great time to light the sage just because it still has that reminiscent of springtime. And then this is more like the tail end of fall where you get like the warmer notes and you're cuddled up in a blanket and, you know, just that kind of thing. It's really nice. I love the containers for both of these. They're just really beautiful just to set out. This actually does shine a lot more than the video is actually displaying here, but it's really cool. And it's very fall-esque, as you can tell. So check these ones out. This brand is really fun. Great scents. And they're a little different. I actually appreciate just that it has a little bit of a difference in each scent than regular, like Yankee Candle kind of all smells the same to me. Oh, hi, Jaleesa. Nice to see you. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is a book. It is The Night School. So for those of you that are like way witchier or exploring kind of witchy stuff, or maybe you're just trying to find something for you. Not every the whole witchy world is it's different now. You know, like everybody has their own practice, and I appreciate that. It should be an open practice. People should practice how they wish. So night school is really fun. As nighttime starts to become more prevalent, we're going to be huddled up inside. What's a great way to appreciate nighttime? So this book is really cool. You can tell it's just stunning. It's beautiful. Here's the inside. I love this. So it actually is laid out like a school, and you get to learn a mix of things: philosophy, psychology, and things like divination, scrying, tarot cards. So it mixes all of this stuff together. This is by Maya Toll. So it actually has like semester 1, semester 2. Here's what you do on your semester breaks. And I'll just share it with you. Here you go. You have orientation, even office hours. It's really cute. I really like it. So here you see like alchemy, divination lab, psychology, philosophy. So this is kind of a really unique book. And it really embraces the nighttime and just being able to be with yourself. What are some things to provide your greatest good? And if that means being a little whimsical and magical, that's great. If it doesn't, that's also okay. You don't have to do all these things. There are lessons throughout the book, and she integrates like Lao Tzu oh my goodness, my brain. So we have some Lao Tzu quotes here. We have things from the Bible, even. So it's a mix and match of different religious and philosophical studies, Wicca, magic studies, science and magic combined. So it's a very unique take on the witchy world. I haven't seen a book that does this quite like this, but again, I could be wrong. I'm sure Kay Lambar probably has a good answer. So here we have Maslow's hierarchy, which is really famous in psychology. So we have a lot of very, very important pieces of information here, different things that you can do to practice mindfulness, but also in a magical way as well. So I think this is a great time as we start slowing down, less summer. I know that I'm going to try to take a little more time for myself as it gets colder and spend a little more time with my family and just like, learn to be alone and just to think more mindfully. So I'm going to sit down with this book definitely and actually take these lessons, and hopefully it'll help. But if you're interested in this kind of thing, check this out. This is a really beautiful book, and I want to be called a firefly. It's like being called Little Grasshopper, but it's your little firefly. I really like it. So this is Night School. This is by Maya Toll. Super fun. For those of you that have just joined us today, if you like witchy essentials or if you like the Halloween aesthetic, creepy books, we do children's stories, children's toys, all kinds of stuff, baking equipment. Make sure to give us a follow. We do stream a lot. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, give us a follow. You'll be notified of anytime we go live. All right. So next thing that I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to pull something. I don't know what I'm grabbing. Okay, this is what I grabbed. So we're going to talk about this. What is it? Okay, this is a decoration technically. I need to find it. Here we go. Okay. I liked this. I like this a lot more than I anticipated I would like it. So I remember my cousin she has something similar to this, and she would always have this up in her bathroom every year. It's like a giant bathroom. So it was really nice because people can actually find where the bathroom is. I know at parties when it always happens at parties. People are like, where's the bathroom? And then you're like, oh yeah, it's like the second door to the right. And people are like, I still don't know where it is. This is actually kind of nice, having like a little nightlight or something to indicate important rooms for people. It's also just a really great decoration. So here we have this really cool tree. It has these bats, as you can see. Originally, I thought when I was looking at it, like the pictures, for some reason, I thought that the bats lit up. But what the bats actually do is they catch the light that is being projected on, like from the tree itself. It catches the light and it shines on the wall, and it makes like really fun, creepy, crystally bat shapes. It's really fun. The one complaint I have seen about this particular tree, and I think most of these trees, is that it's hard to unbox. So when you get this delivered to you from Amazon or wherever, it's hard because all of these little branches tend to get tangled up in each other and people break it. Just be really careful when you unbox it. I had to take my time a little bit so things didn't get tangled up and I didn't rip it apart. Just make sure, it's hard to, how do you package this? Like, please tell me, like, the best way to package this without getting all of these tangled up. Just be careful with it. It's really great, really spooky, great way to decorate your house. You could put this on a mantle, a shelf. You can use this as a centerpiece on your table if you wanted to, but it is really witchy. This is like, I think of trees and nature and bats, like that to me is very witchy. And this has a very spooky thing going on. You can have like a creepy witch house with it. There's a lot of cool ways to decorate with this, or you can just have this decorated in a bathroom or a bedroom or a kid's room if they wanted a nightlight, just all kinds of stuff with this thing. So check this out. It's really great. It takes, so I can turn it on and off here, right here. I think there's a timer, and I've never mastered the timer, I have to be honest. So there's an on button and a timer and then an off. It takes, I believe, 4, here, I can open it, 3 AA batteries. Here you go. So it'll last for many, many years. If you're only using this for Halloween, it's pretty, it's going to last for a while. So check this out. It's also super glittery. That's another cool thing about this is like all the light reflecting off of the lights itself. The tree glistens in this beautiful purpley, creepy black color. It's awesome. I love it. It's fun. So if you're looking for Halloween decorations, especially kind of witchier, kind creepy witch, check this out. Very cool. Very easy and simple too. All right. So speaking of creepy witch things, it's very glittery. We have candles, other candles. So I have a whole array of actual candles, but I do have battery operated candles. So, and I guess trigger warning for spider haters out there. I personally have started to like spiders, but here we go. I'm going to get this down in the carousel before I get too excited, because I do get really excited about this stuff. Okay. So I have 3 cats and, they're awful and they knock stuff over all the time on purpose. I don't know if any of you guys have cats, but I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So lighting a candle is I almost have a panic attack every time I light a candle because I'm like, if I leave the room in any way, I'm sure my whole house is going to, burst into flame because my cat is a terrible person. Anyway, so I really like having, if you wanted to have a whole host of candles lit, I like battery operated candles because not only is it actually made with wax, it does look like a candle. So if you're just kind of going for a whole aesthetic, like all these creepy witch candles everywhere, this is a great option for you. So here we have a raven on top of a tombstone. We have a skull. I didn't put batteries in my favorite spider one yet because I'm waiting for Halloween, but I really like the spider one. It's my favorite because it utilizes the whole candle. It's the only one that has like a design around the entire thing. The rest of them are blank on the back. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Okay, so you can tell this definitely to me, like if you weren't looking right at it, it looks like a candle. It does have a timer, but you can change it. You can just turn it on and off however you want. I haven't mastered the timer because I just turn it on and off. Honestly, that's just how I do things. But for those of you that are probably smarter than I am, could probably figure out the timer. I believe this takes 4. Oh, no, it only takes 2 AA batteries per candle. The other one that I'm thinking of that I will be showing you guys takes 4, I believe, AA batteries. Oh, wait. Yes, AA. I just wanted to triple check. So these ones are really fun. If you have kids around that are running, I was a kid once. I was destructive. These are really nice if you do have kids, animals, anything that's just going to knock things down. But you want to have like a creepy or fun, whimsical atmosphere. Check out battery operated candles. They're really nice and they're safe. So that's one option. The other option for battery operated candles are these black ones. So let me find that in my carousel as well. I really like these ones. These ones are really fun. Okay. So I got a 5-pack of these, but I'm only sharing 3 because that's all I can hold. So they have different tiers, as you can see, different levels, which I personally really enjoy. These are also made with wax, as you can see. These look like wax candles. And the texture is really fun. So it has a more realistic look to it. So you can turn it on and off if you want to on the bottom here. And you can see that glow. Yes, you can. So one thing that's cool about these is it does come with a remote. I have so many remotes on my desk. I hope that this is the right one. Hold on. Off. Yes, I did it. Okay. So here's a remote. You can turn all of them on. You turn them off. It's kind of hard to tell on my screen, but you get the gist. When you turn it on, it has a different timer on here. I'm smart enough to use this timer. So there's 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours. So if you just wanted to have these on for 4 hours and then turn them off, you can set them that way. Another thing you can do is you can have it on candle mode or light mode. So candle mode, kind of here. You can see that it's kind of like wavering and flickering a little bit. And then you could just have light mode. So it just stays on light mode. You can increase the light, decrease the light. I hope it's doing it. It's really hard to tell on my camera. I have to be perfectly honest. I'm trying. But you can increase or decrease how light it actually is. The candle mode actually makes it look very candly. Unless if you're really up close to it, you probably won't know that it isn't a real candle. Just because the way it bobbles and kind of wavers around is really similar to a flame. It's really cool. So here's the batteries right here. You just open it and it actually is stacked. So there's another, oh, hey, it's only 2 batteries in here. I don't know what I'm thinking. So it's 2 AA batteries per candle. These are really great. These are really affordable. Another thing you can use these for too is obviously like if you live somewhere where the power, if you get a lot of power outages, it's kind of nice to have, battery operated candles available to you just because, again, the safety thing, lighting all these candles and trying to do things with candles everywhere. Having battery operated candles is really nice, just very convenient for safety and just, maybe you don't have fire around. That's another thing. So check these ones out. These are really fun. And they have different amounts. I think you can get a 7-pack, an 11-pack, 5-pack, maybe even a 3-pack. But I think the 5-pack was the best bang for your buck. And it does come with that remote as well. That wasn't just an option. So going back to real candles, we're going to talk about these. I'm actually not going to talk about it real quick. So we're going to talk about an actual brand of candle. This one's really fun. I haven't heard of this brand before. I got to find it. Okay, so this is Old Soul Artisan. This is their Sleepy Hollow candle. It has this really cool top. It's a wax stamp. It's really cool. This smells like cookies. It is awesome. This is not what I imagine Sleepy Hollow smelling like, but I really enjoy it anyway because it's like vanilla. Oh, it's pumpkin, cinnamon, and molasses. It definitely smells like very powerful pumpkin cookie to me. But one thing that was really cool about this brand was they actually sent me a bonus candle with it. And this one's called Siren, totally different scent altogether. But it was really nice that they sent a bonus candle with it. I think these guys might be new. I really like them, and I think they have a whole bunch of different candle options that are very Halloween themed. I still need to look at some more, and I think I'm going to get some more of these because they just smell really good. I mean, I want to eat it a little bit. So this is a cool candle brand. Check it out. This is Old Soul. I feel like if I actually saw these guys originally on Etsy, and they might have transitioned to Amazon. Whatever. These guys are good. These guys are really great. But this is the Sleepy Hollow. It's pumpkin, molasses, and cinnamon. But it smells like a cookie to me. So the other thing I wanted to share with you guys is, let me see if I can find, they're right here. All right. So speaking of candles, I lost my Amazon Live channel. Here we go. It's hard to navigate this on a phone. I don't know why they don't make this app on a PC or a desktop. Anyway, so I used to buy a bunch of these candles here, and I would just have them, and I would forget, I need a place to light them because they melt. So I finally caved, and I bought these iron plates for these candles. I actually do use these iron plates for when I'm doing like a tarot reading. I'll try to light a bunch of candles, and I like to have the bigger candles for a bigger light. And it's been really, really nice to have these. It's really obviously super easy cleanup. They just melt, and there you go. It's ready. It's good to go. So yeah, if you're somebody like me who just buys these candles offhandedly, and then you're like, oh crap, I need to use a bowl to light these. it's nice to actually have these on hand. Plus, it's really fun if you did get an actual candle that was like this size, giant candle. If you wanted to do like a witchy themed Halloween party, or if you are more witchy and you've got these really cool, what do they call these? Is it Roman candles? I don't know. They're the big pillar candles. It would be cool to actually be able to light these and have these on an altar if that's something that you do practice. Just keep that in mind. These are really cheap but really durable, and I mean they're kind of, that's iron plate, so it's gonna last forever. And it's a simple design. You don't need anything super fancy, but I like to have a bunch of these around for when I do end up doing like a tarot thing or any sort of witchy thing. I like to light a bunch of candles and lock my cats in my room. So that's just kind of my thing. So I wanted to share these with you. These are really affordable and really, really nice to have on hand if you do end up buying just free standing candles like this. So I'm going to move on to some baking stuff because I love baking, and the fall season's like the best baking season. Okay. So this is like I wished I pulled up the video first. I did on Prime Day. I did an entire baking session. So this is the coolest cake mold ever. So this cake mold is by Nordic Ware. So it's going to last forever. It's durable. It's awesome. I mean, I could probably throw this across my entire yard and it still won't bend just because it's Nordic Ware. So there's a lot of ways to utilize this tray, but let me just start by saying that it holds a lot of cake. I had to make, I'm trying to remember, I think it was 3 boxes, maybe just 2. I'll just say it was 2 boxes of cake mix. So I just used cake mix for this. So one thing that's really nice about this is it actually does stand here. So you can see the skull is just facing up like this at you, which is kind of fun. It's a great way to decorate, like if you're doing Halloween or whatever. I love baking all through fall. I think it's a huge, I don't know, maybe I'm not the only person, but that's just my favorite thing to do. So I'm really excited about it, especially using spooky bakeware. That's one of my favorite things. You can use this tray for more than just like creepy Halloween stuff. I have a friend who's a nursing student, and one thing we're going to do is bake a skull and put jelly inside, because you can scoop into the middle. It's really easy to actually, you can scoop in the middle of it, put candy in it, jelly like we're going to do, or whatever, to make it like more sinister. But my nursing student friend is very macabre too, and that's just something we want to do. Anthropology students too, people that love like any of that stuff, forensics. You can use this for all kinds of stuff, to be perfectly honest. Just be creative. Pirates, lots of cool stuff. So check this out, and all of the Nordic bakeware stuff. They have a lot more Halloween or fall trays. Like they have leaves. There's other skulls. They have graves or tombstones. Lots of cool baking ware from Nordic. Just go down in the carousel below and you'll find their entire store on Amazon. It's really, really fun. I have, I think, 5 different trays. So if you're a baker like I am, it's really fun. And you can use these, not necessarily this one, but you can use them as like Rice Krispie molds too. That's something I've heard, which is a brilliant idea. So check out Nordic baking ware supplies. They're really awesome. And this is just really fun. Like if you wanted a big Halloween-esque cake, I want a giant skull cake. That would be awesome. Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you, I'm going to talk about another book. Oh, I forgot the tea. Crap. Well, I'll just talk about it. So in the carousel down below, I put up the Rooibos tea, the Madagascar vanilla tea by Celestial. I personally really like that during the fall. It's one of my favorite things to sip on. I'm trying to avoid as much caffeine in the middle of the day as possible, but it's nice to go outside with a cup of tea when it's, it's not raining out, it's brisk, but you can see all the, leaves changing or falling, and you're just like outside sipping tea, reading a book. It's really nice. And that's my favorite flavor for fall. So the next thing I actually will talk about that I have in hand is the Witch's Feast cookbook. Speaking of baking and cooking and all that fun stuff. So if you are a kitchen witch, which I kind of consider myself to be more of a kitchen witch, you should definitely have this cookbook on hand. It's so awesome. So it's very witchy, super witchy, and I think witches are going to appreciate this. So this is by Melissa Jane Madara. It's really fun. So here's the table of contents. The photos are gorgeous, by the way. So in the table of contents, we have Feast of Our Ancestors. So these are like traditional feasts, rituals from like way back when. We have Feast of the Stars, which are feasts designed for your horoscope sign. So there's like an entire feast of Gemini or Taurus or Aquarius, whatever. We also have a section in here, which is Feast of the Heavens. So any planetary stuff. So Saturn, Mars, Jupiter. I wanted to say Pluto, but Pluto's not a planet. Anyway, so Feast of Earth is the other chapter. So that's like all of your solstices and equinoxes. And these are feasts. So there's multiple recipes in one section, but you can divide this up. You don't need to cook the entire thing if you don't want to, but it's really nice to have a feast for things. So it'd be cool to if somebody has a horoscope sign that they want to see what their feast would look like, go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to share it with you guys. We also have one more feast chapter. It's Feast of Spells, which is more like singular recipes for specific spells that you may want to, do. So let me share. I'll share with you my feast. So I'm a Capricorn. So let me find myself. I guess my feast is pretty cool. I actually do like my feast. I thought my feast was pretty fun. So here, and every photo for the feast, by the way, or every feast has a photo, which is very awesome. That is not normal for cookbooks. Here's my feast. Look at how beautiful and dark it looks. So my feast, Feast of Capricorn, is sausage and plum hunter stew, blackberry meringues. So for each feast for your horoscope, I'm just breaking down mine because I can. It is an earth sign, Saturn, and it talks about what kind of flavors Capricorns prefer, what vegetables or what ingredients are best for Capricorn people, what our favorite things would be. So for instance, beer and wine is one. That's funny. Forest fruits, vinegar, whole grains, unsweetened cream. We like deep and luxurious flavors because we're fancy over here. So here we have a list of all of the ingredients you're going to need divided by which part of the feast. So here's the stew, here's the meringues, and here is your instructions. That's for an entire feast. So with fall coming up, here's an example of a Feast of the Earth. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, I think I flipped right to it. Autumn equinox. This is what you will be serving if you use this book for autumn equinox. Isn't that beautiful? So here we have, this is a crostini with roasted grapes, which, by the way, I just learned about roasted grapes. They're really good. So roast pumpkin stuffed with sausage, fennel, and wild rice. That's a great idea. Curried apple soup, pear and red wine tarte tatin. Wow. Like, amazing. So that would be, if you were somebody that was more of a kitchen witch and you wanted to celebrate autumn equinox, this is a great feast option. You can follow all of the instructions here. This is the list of ingredients. And it is elaborate, like it is. But if you get together with your witchy friends, you all could take one part of the feast and bring it over and do kind of a potluck style. But it's really, or you can just parse it down. You don't need to do the entire thing. You could just do the soup if you wanted to. And that's really easy. So I like that it provides an entire meal plan if you wanted to do that. The Feast of Spells chapters is really nice if you are just looking for something very simple. So we have, for instance, ritual bread masks. I think this is just fun for Samhain in general. I would just love to have a bread mask actually all year round. That would be fun. Here we have a sacrificial quail with pomegranate sauce. We're not going to be sacrificing quail here, probably, but yeah, Carrie, this is a pretty creative book. It's really fun. Really pretty. So there's the feasts, like just big full course meals provided in this book, or there's small, simpler recipes, or you can just parse it down as well. But this is great. This is I would say an essential compendium for kitchen witches out there. If you want to learn more about, I would say, Western witches, Western witchery, there's a lot of information in here. There's a lot of unique recipes as well. The photography is just, wow, stunning, beautiful. As you can see, I mean, this cover is just to die for. Check this out. This is really awesome. This is a grimoire, a kitchen grimoire. This is by Melissa Jane Madara. This is the Witch's Feast. Super cool. This also, by the way, all of these make great gift options. I try to keep that in mind for, I always think about my friends and family every time I'm on like Amazon and I'm, looking at stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, my friend so-and-so would totally dig this. So this would be great for your kitchen witch in your life. Keep that in mind. All right. So next thing out of my box, here we go. Okay. Speaking of baking and stuff, we have really cute Halloween-esque cupcake things. I'm so sorry that my carousel is wild. I apologize. Okay, so this is by Mary Mary. One of my favorite things to do for a Halloween party during, or just really anything in fall. I love to bake cupcakes in particular. I think it's really fun. Or muffins. So having these is a really fun option. They have cute little muffin tins. You have just plain orange or polka dot with black and white. There's also little picks here. So if you have somebody in your life, like, if you have a kid who might have a fall or Halloween birthday, I know that kids are picky. I guess adults are picky too, but you can have all your vampire cupcakes. Like if they were red velvet cupcakes, all the vampire ones would be in one flavor. You can have your little witch be a different flavor. So it's great to indicate which flavors, if there are different flavors. It's just a fun decoration option. There's a lot of cool things you can do with the little toothpicky things and the muffin tins themselves. Just be creative. I really like these guys. These are really awesome, really affordable. We have a bunch of different Mary Mary cupcake tins here. So let me pull up another one. I don't think I have this exact one, but I have something really close. So this one on Amazon, and I don't know if it's sold out or not, but mine is just a slight variation. So the one that is down in my carousel, everybody's wearing like a little hat. This one's more plain. So, but it's really nice. You can, oh my goodness, you can carry this around. It's really easy and accessible. And there's more muffin tins, I believe, in this one. Yeah, this one's just a hair more expensive, but still really fun. Here, I think I didn't bring my other muffin tin, but we're going to move on to something else. We're going to move on to my baking tray. So I like to bake a bunch of cupcakes, but then I also like to serve my cupcakes on a tray. I need to find it, though, of course, in my chaos of my thing. Let's see if I can actually find it. I did! Go me! Okay. So this is really cute. I got this. Carrie actually let me have this. I feel so grateful because it's really cute. So 'tis the season to be spooky. It's a little, it reminds me of vintage Halloween, but it's definitely witchy. You can put all of your cupcakes on this tray and people can take it off. It's really cute. We've got cute little frog, mushroom, witch, and we even have a spider and a potion right here. It's just really nice. This is really strong, so it is dishwasher safe. Do not microwave it, but there's no way you can fit this in a microwave unless you have a massive microwave, which I am jealous about. This is probably, I'm trying to think, this might be like 16 inches long, 16 to 18 inches long, and probably 8 inches wide. It's really nice, easy. Last year, there was a huge theme of, I don't know, like occult was a big theme last year. And they had all of these occult serving trays and plates and cups and all kinds of stuff. And I didn't buy any of it, and I regret it. I really wish I could go back in time and buy it. So when I was gifted this, I was like, oh, I'm so excited, because this is a great way to just easily make your house a little more spooky or witchy or kind of whatever you want to do. Really simple things without having to go over the top, just serving trays and, you know, that kind of thing. It's really nice. So check this out. It's really, this is really durable, really strong, and obviously very festive. I don't know who the brand, it says certified international. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, it's really great. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. For those of you that just joined me today, welcome. Make sure to comment down below where you guys are watching from. I'd love to hear from you. What are some of your favorite witchy essentials that you use for fall? All right, so the next thing, I don't want to break this. I said it was durable, but not that durable. Okay, so the next thing, another really simple, Kay Lambar, I am impressed with you. You're awesome. Okay, so 14 inches, really? Maybe, apparently my construction work, yeah, you're right. That totally is 14. Thank you. I appreciate you. I want you in my life more to help sift through these things and get all the technical bits. I appreciate it. Okay, so next thing to make your house a little more witchy simply is I really like these fun signs. So this is by no means a unique phrase. So a wicked witch and her little monsters live here with one handsome devil. That describes my house with all the many cats and myself and my husband. That's my house. So I really like it. But this is, like I said, the phrase itself is not incredibly unique. But I like this particular sign just because it looks very old school. We have a creepy little devil, it looks like, right here on both sides. Interesting symbols, I guess, if you wanted to call it alchemy symbols. We have a cool sunshine. We have a cute cat and a witch hat. There's a lot of fun stuff on here that's a little more unique than just like the live, laugh, love, font that we see all the time. This is just a little different. And if you like more of that old school witchy look, this is fun. This is really, so unfortunately mine got bent while it was shipping. That's why I haven't unpackaged it yet. You can kind of see. So it is a little, because it's made out of kind of a lighter metal, it's durable. I'll be able to bend it back into shape, but it's kind of easy to bend, to be honest. But it's really nice to just place on a wall, just a really easy decoration. If you're somebody that switches out decorations throughout the year, this is a really easy one to do. It even comes with little holes here, so you can literally just tack it up super fast. What was the other thing? It's easy to clean because it is made out of a lighter metal, so you can just wipe it off if you get it dirty or dusty. Very easy clean, but it's really cute, right? Definitely Halloween-esque. Oh, I didn't even notice there's cute little spider webs on the bottom. It's just really fun. All right, so the next thing, wow, time is going by so fast today. Okay, so we have here, these are waffle makers. And I know this isn't it's witchy and Halloween-y. Here we have these fun waffle makers, and I've actually used these recently because they're really convenient. So here we have a pumpkin. It comes in a set of 2. We have a pumpkin and a skull. Let me get this so I don't break it. Okay, here we go. Pumpkin and a skull. You can see I've used it. So these are really awesome. These get really warm really fast. They actually do better than my regular waffle iron. I have to be totally honest here. They cook everything super quickly. These will be really fun, obviously, during Halloween, but you can use them, you can use the pumpkin one all through fall. You can do Thanksgiving waffles if you really wanted to. I know kids really dig that kind of stuff. The skull you can do for Halloween, but you can do pirates, you can do nursing students, you can do all kinds of stuff. Individualized waffle makers. This is really easy. You just plug it in. So just a regular plug-in. This lights up when it's hot or when it's ready to go. And then the light turns off. Pretty standard for waffle makers, but it's really, it's easy. And it's quick. I'm trying to remember how long it took me to actually make a whole set of waffles when I was making a bunch of waffles with this. It didn't really take that long. It heats up really fast and cooks pretty efficiently. And you get the texture, like you get the shapes. I mean, it's very distinguishable, and you get a texture because you've got the little indents in here. So it's really fun. This is a great way to celebrate Halloween, etc. And these are affordable. They have other sets too. They have ones that's like 2 if you wanted to get 2 pumpkins or 2 skulls. And I think they have another design for this brand, the Dash brand. But they do come in pairs. They might come in singles too. It's hard to tell. I'm sure Kay Lambar might know. My sidekick. Okay. My next thing I wanted to share with you is a tarot card deck. So I wanted to share with you guys the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot card deck before we finish up today. So we have a lot of tarot card decks here on the dark side of the library. It's I think it's just our favorite thing in the entire world. So if you enjoy tarot card decks, oracle decks, witchy stuff, make sure to give us a follow because we do talk about this stuff quite often. And there's a lot of really cool new tarot card decks coming out this year. Carrie's actually going to be doing a live stream later on today about her new tarot card decks that she received yesterday. So I'm going to watch it. I'm really excited about that. And that'll be here. Okay, so Nightmare Before Christmas tarot card deck plus guidebook comes with a full colored guidebook here. These are really awesome. So we get full page spreads for the major arcana, but the minor arcana. Oh goodness, I might need coffee. We only get a small picture here. Hold on. We get a reverse reading and an upright reading, which is nice. You don't have to do it that way, but I prefer to do it that way personally. And we get just a small explanation. They have Christmas and on website only showing in pairs. Oh, so the waffle makers that I just displayed, are they only doing Christmas waffle makers now? Oh my goodness. It's kind of crazy how Halloween stuff is almost sold out by the end of September. It's just almost gone and we're already in Christmas mid-September. So I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I think that the Dash waffle makers only come in pairs, but that actually is more beneficial for you, I promise, because you can just, you can offset yourself and make a whole bunch of mini waffles with it. Anyway, sorry, tangent. Tarot card deck. All right, so here's the tarot card deck, the guidebook. This is by Minerva Siegel and Abigail Larson, who's an amazing artist. Here's what the back of the cards look like. These are really beautiful. They're very purple. Here's the inside. It's really cute. Okay, so here is the King of Candles. I love the art. Her style is so distinguishable. Here we have the 3 of Presents. One thing that Abigail Larson does in this deck is she features a lot of the other characters, kind of the minor monsters in Nightmare Before Christmas that aren't necessarily spotlighted as much. Like, I don't know who this is, but it's cute. Thank you, Heather, for following, and Amazon customer. I appreciate it. Here we have the 8 of Needles. So I think the minor arcana suits are needles, potions, I'm trying to remember, presents, and candles. I think I got those all. But the needles tends to be a lot of Sally, and I love Sally. Okay, so we have the star. So 0, look at him. I really like, Kay Lambar says, Christmas one is Gingerbread Man and Snowflake. That's kind of cute. So if you want Christmas stuff, like Christmas waffle makers, go on the Dash site, which is down below in my carousel. I have the Dash waffle makers. They have Christmas stuff now. That's actually kind of cute. I really like that. Okay, So here we have the page of candles. So like I said, many, monsters that maybe were never as highlighted in the movie, but now we get a highlight in the actual cards. We get an 8 of potions. Super cool. Queen of needles. Ooh. Oh goodness. Okay, the world. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. The sun. It's so cute. I really like it. And then I'll do a couple more because I think I have to share with you one more. I have a couple more things in the carousel I haven't gotten to, but I'll share with you guys one more deck when I'm finished with this one. The Chariot. Okay, sorry. One more. The Hierophant. Aren't these cards awesome? These are so much fun. So I love tarot cards and oracle decks specifically because they tend to be tailored they are very specific. So like this is Nightmare Before Christmas. So I like giving them as gifts because you can definitely find a tarot card deck for somebody in your life and that would really appreciate, like a fellow witchy friend or family member. And it's just really a great gift. I think it's really thoughtful and people actually use the decks too. So you can use them for really whatever you want. And I'll go over that in a second. But the tarot card deck, the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot card deck is really great. It's really special. I love it. I'm hoping to give this back to Carrie because she's going to love this a lot more than me. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot card deck by Minerva Siegel and Abigail Larson. And then the next thing, no, Kay Lambar, you're my favorite person. Well, have fun at your Apple event. Thank you for helping me out here today. That was very awesome of you. So my last deck that I'm going to talk about today is this Awake deck. So this one's a little different. If you're a bit in the new, so if you're not terribly witchy, how do I say this? If you aren't strict at the witchy thing, very conservative, this might be a deck for you. This is more of a mindfulness exercise in my opinion. So these are oracle cards. Oh, so it has first of all, I opened it and that was a mistake. Apparently it really wants to be read. So it has a really strong seal. First of all, as you can tell, it's magnetically sealed here and you just open it up. Here is your guidebook right there. And one thing that this deck comes with, if you're into this kind of thing, it comes with a clearing crystal. So sometimes people's energies or your past energy, whatever, infects the cards. And this is, whoever, I'm no judgment on who believes what or whatever. This is not my thing necessarily, but if you believe in this, all you do is just tap and it's supposed to clear the energy so that you start fresh with the cards. You can apply this system to really anything. You can also thank the cards, cleanse the cards, bless the cards. Lots of people do different things. Okay, so here's the Awake cards. One thing that's really cool is I know on my camera it looks gold, but it's actually iridescent. It's like this really cool iridescent look. And the back of the cards are really colorful, vibrant, fun, which is an interesting juxtaposition because we have these cards that are entirely black and white. They're really cool. So one thing that's really fun, also, this card has a lot of fun, unique little things in here. So all of our white cards are a little chaotic, very weird, surreal, but realistic. And then we have our black cards, which are very strictly design looking. That's how I imagine them being. So with this particular deck, what I like to do is I personally like to do single card draws because what you're supposed to do is look at every single card and every single aspect. Look at this little booklet. Sorry, my little vacuum is coming to attack. You look at this little booklet and it enhances more of the questions. So for instance, it asks you additional questions to help you think about other things. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do some modding here. I apologize. Oh my god, that's wild. I don't even understand. Okay, anyway, so Anyway, there's a haiku at the very top of each list here. And then we have an additional paragraph, and it's supposed to help you think about things a little further. For instance, this is Blaze a Trail card. It says at the very end of this massive paragraph, which I won't read the entire thing of, it says, what are you leaving in your trail for others to remember you by? So I like these cards, specifically the Awake cards, as a mindfulness exercise. I will usually ask myself something at the end of a day or in the beginning of the day, like, what lessons can I learn from today? And then I'll draw a card, and it usually is pretty, it's pretty thought-provoking, honestly. So check these ones out. These are really great. They're really beautiful cards. They're really fun. I'll just share with you guys some more of the card designs. We have Build. I love that they're dice blocks. We have Dance. Isn't that just super surreal? It's so interesting. We also have Light as Matter. I can imagine some of these black cards being tattoos. Like, I would totally get one as a tattoo. Friend Flory. Like, it looks dark, but it's not. It's interesting. There's some fairies in there. La Luna. We also have, hold on. Oh, I have a whole bunch of different black cards here. But yeah, you can kind of get the gist of what this actually looks like. Dream. Love this card. So pretty. So I went through this entire list today really fast, but this is the Awake deck. Again, if you are interested in Witchy Essentials, the Halloween aesthetic, dark reads, including children's books. We also have children's toys, Halloween decorations, that kind of thing. Make sure to give us a follow so that you'll know when we're going live next. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. It means a whole lot to me, and we will see you soon, hopefully in a couple minutes or an hour.